Welcome to NTN Nightly. I am Jessie Leonce. This edition's top stories: 10 new cases of COVID-19 are recorded as community testing continues. Government and fishers take an amicable and unanimous position on the sector's role in helping protecting the nation's borders. And the Boys Training Center paving paths in a brand new program. Tuesday, November 3, 2020, the Ministry of Health received confirmation of 10 new cases of COVID-19. All of the individuals following testing for COVID-19 were placed in quarantine as they awaited their results. They have now been transferred into care at the respiratory hospital.
Case number 85 is a 32-year-old female from the Miku district. Case number 86 is a 32-year-old female from the Dennery district. Case number 87 is a 68-year-old male from the Grosley district. Case number 88 is a 30-year-old male from the Vieux district. Case number 89 is a 19-year-old female from the Vieux district. Case number 90 is a 58-year-old female from the Labrie district. Case number 91 is a 35-year-old male from the Grosley district. Case number 92 is a 35-year-old male from the Grosley district. Case number 93 is a 41-year-old male from the Miku district. Case number 94 is a 57-year-old female from the Vieux district.
6 of these cases were identified through the contact tracing process and epidemiological links have been established.
Cases 85 and 93 are linked to case 61. Case 87 is linked to case 65. Case 88 is linked to case 68. Case 90 is linked to case 69. And case 92 is linked to case 55. This week, the Ministry of Health's public health team will continue to conduct tracing as well as interventions in communities of public health priority to reduce the potential of transmission of COVID-19 within the country. The Ministry is grateful for the support that we continue to receive from community leaders as well as residents of the various communities with whom we have been partnering. We ask that while we intensify our response, that we all continue to practice the guidelines to reduce the exposure to the virus.
The Ministry of Health also recorded 4 recoveries of individuals who were in care for COVID-19. All other patients in care are stable and do not require critical care. There are at present 62 active cases, with the total number of cases diagnosed in country to 94. A half-day meeting between Prime Minister Honorable Alan Chasney, Minister for Agriculture and Fisheries Honorable Ezekiel Joseph, and representatives of the fishing sector has resulted in an amicable and unanimous position on the sector's role in helping protecting the nation's borders amid community spread of COVID-19. The meeting was convened to discuss the 1-week suspension of fishing licenses as government refined protocols for the sector. Acknowledging the importance of the fishing sector, its contribution to the local economy and food security, government has decided to allow fishers to resume their trade, however, only between the hours of 4 a.m. and 7 p.m. daily. Captains or owners of fishing vessels must share information on the vessel with the Marine Police. The VG Lighthouse must be furnished with all relevant information when a vessel is leaving port. No more than 3 people are allowed on board a vessel.
We are going to continue revisiting the protocols that were set in April. And in addition to that, we are going to reduce on the hours that they are allowed to go to sea and for the next 3 weeks, whilst we look at more medium to long-term solutions.
Operations Manager of Goodwill Fishermen's Cooperative Society, Kejiana Tuse Shalri, says the meeting was productive on many fronts.
Most of the issues we were confronted with as a fisher folk with the news of the week suspension, I think we were adequately able to exploit at the meeting. And what we are most happy about is that our fisher folk will be able to resume work in about a day. So we're very happy about that news.
The statutory instrument containing the measures will be published on Wednesday, 4th November 2020. The measures come into effect Thursday, 5th November 2020. Recruitment is underway to boost manpower at the Department of Environmental Health as government plans more extensive compliance checks at establishments island-wide. GIS's Herma DeMarc reports.
As St. Lucia continues to record new cases of COVID-19, Prime Minister, the Honorable Alan Chasney, has announced that the Department of Environmental Health and Safety within the Ministry of Health and Wellness will be receiving additional support to fulfill its mandate. A part of the department's responsibility is ensuring that various institutions are complying with the requirements of the certificates of approval needed to operate safely during this pandemic. As a result, the Department of Environmental Health will be receiving an increase in personnel to aid with carrying out inspections throughout various sectors.
We are recruiting persons from within the civil service to go to the environmental department, environmental and safety department of the Ministry of Health to increase the number of persons that can do inspections. So they will be going to the grocery stores, going to the banks, going to the restaurants, going to all the different institutions to make sure that what the certificate of approval that they agreed to do, that they're actually doing it. So it's through enforcement, but in adhering, full adherence to the existing protocols that we're going to win this battle.
Meanwhile, the Chief Environmental Health Officer within the Ministry of Health, Dr. Ragnanan, says that significant strides have been achieved in accommodating the influx of persons coming into the island. This includes a reduction in the processing time of individuals at the ports of entry. The actions taken have increased the capacity of the Unora International and George F. L. Charles airports, even on peak days.
We've seen a significant reduction in the time phase it has taken to clear passengers. It, at the beginning, took us between 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes to clear one passenger. Currently, that is being done in about 45 seconds. So there is a significant increase of intake in terms of our capacity to be able to do clearance of passengers. And we've been seeing there are certain days, especially on a Thursday and Saturday, that there are increased number of flights. And even then, they have been able to be handled quite well. We continue to administer for additional resources as we see more flights are coming in. But at this juncture, the team on the ports are doing a tremendous job, and we need to continue to support them and commend them.
Ragnanan says the difficulty arises with nationals returning to St. Lucia and their reluctance to comply with the protocols that are in place. A plea is being made to St. Lucians to be understanding and cooperative at the ports of entry and to continue to adhere to the necessary protocols. From the Government Information Service, I'm Herma DeMarc reporting.
The 6th meeting of the OECS Council of Ministers for Human and Social Development was held virtually on October 20th, 2020, against the backdrop of a global pandemic. The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, ECCB, revealed that economic activity in the Eastern Caribbean Economic Union is projected to contract between 5% and 7% in real terms in 2020, accompanied by a sharp rise in unemployment. Prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, a growth rate of 3.3% was forecasted for the OECS region. The meeting was held under the theme, No One Left Behind, Empowering People and Building Resilient Communities. Minister for Equity and Social Justice for St. Lucia and incoming Council Chair, Honorable Leonard Mantut, highlighted the significance of this year's theme in light of the impacts of the pandemic.
The number of vulnerable persons has become very extensive, as people who were once self-sufficient are now on the breadline seeking public assistance, And from my research, there are various factors that serve as the key to understanding who is left behind and why. The 5 most prominent ones are discrimination, place of residence, socioeconomic status, governance, and vulnerability to shocks. From our vantage point as small island developing states, we can identify with all of these factors. For many of us, the year 2020 may be considered the most challenging time in the post-9/11 era. This, coupled with COVID-19, our societies are plagued with a malaise of problems such as climate change, economic downturns, crime and violence, and a decaying social fabric. And so, in my view, if ever there was a time to turn our focus on building resilient and sustainable communities, it is now.
Director General of the OECS, Dr. Didicus Jules, in underscoring the inherent difficulty of managing the region's human and social development portfolio, warned that the previous challenges have now been compounded by the myriad of crises faced since the COVID-19 pandemic. The Boys Training Center has commenced a new program designed to not only instill love for the environment in their wards, but tangible skills that can help them earn a livelihood. Details in this report.
Environmental awareness is often a leading global topic, with various campaigns encouraging people to take responsibility for the cleanliness of their environs. The wards and staff of the Boys Training Center are playing their part in contributing to a clean environment with a multifaceted initiative. As part of this initiative, the boys are given the opportunity to attain important skills. The general manager of the Boys Training Center, Wang Son Son, says the activity also affords the participants skills they can use for employment upon leaving the rehabilitation center.
Every boy who lives here will not be academically inclined, and they will still need some means of earning a living. So some of them are trained to use the weed eater, and they are doing it very effectively. So it's a holistic approach to the boys. Everything we do, it is geared at the rehabilitation and advancement of the boys that we have.
The coach and warden at the Boys Training Center, Alvin Augustin Xavier, says in addition to contributing to a healthy environment, the collaboration between the wards and staff fosters a stronger bond of unity amongst the boys.
They're working together, and when they see that the staff join them, that will give them more added incentive to, to involve, because it is not about you just want us to work. They see that we taking part also. So basically we're training them how from being boys to men, that you need to take care of your environment firstly, and then around your home, because especially we in the hurricane season, we need to make sure the area is safe, that when the rain comes, that we don't have too much flooding and landslides and those kind of things. So they seen that we involved in it also will drive them on and motivate them to take part also.
The cleanup activity occurs on the last Friday of every month. From the Government Information Service, Hilma DeMark reporting.
Up next, we have Primus Hutchinson with the NTN Nouvelle Creole.
A habit of daily caring for the teeth, tongue, and gums not only improves your oral health, it also helps maintain a healthy body. Here's how. Be sure to wash your hands and your food before eating. Rinse your mouth thoroughly after every meal and after brushing your teeth. Floss at least once a day before you brush your teeth along the lines of your teeth. Brush at least twice a day, including before bedtime. Ensure you cover the entire tooth surface. Avoid sticky and sugary foods, including candy, as well as carbonated drinks, as they increase your chances of getting cavities. Consume lots of water, fruits, and vegetables daily. Wait at least 15 minutes after having acidic food and drink, such as citrus fruits and soft drinks, before brushing your teeth. This prevents damage to your teeth's enamel. Visit your dentist twice yearly. For further information, call the Dental Services Unit of the Ministry of Health and Wellness at 468-5314.
Welcome back. Time now for the NTN Nouvelle Creole with Primus Hutchinson.
Merci autant, Jesse. Monsieur, Madame, département qui est responsabilité pour information en gouvernement cette ci GIS et télévision nationale pays NTN, qui présente une nouvelle à Creole, présente Primus Hutchinson. Péché pays qui vivait la mer jeudi après une décision pour te arrêter opération pour une semaine, un effort pour adresser cette situation criminelle côté moun qui a entré un pays par la porte d'air, enfin illégalement. Les représentatifs péchés au Léon Sept-Lucie, te assis et puis Premier ministre Honorable Alain Chasney, ministre des Affaires agricoles Honorable Ezekiel Joseph, Attorney General Stephen Julian, et parmi l'autre même cabinet et représentatif police marin et chef police Sept-Lucie. Après une consultation qui durait pour un délai d'État, Premier ministre, Attorney General, ministre des Affaires agriculture, avec les représentatifs pêcheurs Sept-Lucie, entré à un agrément pour tout pêcheur vivre la mer jeudi semaine ici. Représentatif pour les pêcheurs, Horde Cooperative Goodwill, Madame Kejiana Toussé-Chalry, déclaré qu'il était plaît et puis manière consultation a passé, principalement comme les pêcheurs qui savent vivre la mer jeudi semaine ça là.
Nous satisfaits et puis discussion nous tenir aujourd'hui et nous bien satisfaits qui nous kaisa reporter ça by mam nous so yo savez en travailler comment c'est fait $.
Ministre des Affaires agricoles à cette leçon honorable Ezekiel Joseph expliqué gouvernement déjà tient décision avec discussion et puis ces pêcheurs depuis un mois d'avril pour informer concernant les décisions pour établir règles et efforts pour adresser la situation côté moun qui entré au pays illégalement. Selon le ministre Joseph, la situation n'a pas marché comme doit être.
Because l'un de tous les pays ont avoué, nous te disons que y a un problème dans nous, il y a un concern dans nous tenir, c'est qui manière nous te manager moun qui entré au pays sans permission. Et ça c'est un plus gros problème dans nous. Nous toujours parlé about les venir pour ça fait Covid là. Je veux dire que le gouvernement nous prend une décision. La décision nous apprend que nous allons suspendre la licence pêcheur pour une semaine. Et puis, quand nous faisons ça, nous tous nous venons en table, nous allons parler puis nous share recommendation à fait. Et puis nous sommes d'accord que nous allons mettre ces recommendations en place pour discontinuer ça qui a affecté le Covid là. Ça, c'est pour nous quand tu es payé sans permission. Et puis, c'est fait cher à nous aussi pour parole. Il y a travaillé avec le gouvernement, il y a travaillé avec la police là, il y a travaillé avec le département de la pêche pour assurer que le problème ne va pas continuer.
Avant l'autre décision, c'est pour placer équipement qui a montré côté pêcheur à toutes les à sur la mer et aussi plus vite que possible pour les officiers en toute la voie de pays pour faire assurer que tout pêcheur qui a quitté c'est la voie là pour aller pêcher du département de la pêche qui a trouvé information à source route avant sa fête. Les cultivateurs, ça c'est les farmers en cette liste, j'ai trouvé conseil pour produire plus denrées qui natal pour payer pour abattre cette quantité d'argent qui a dépensé pour acheter produits agricoles dans le pays. Durant une discussion à ce programme agricole en mouvement, un officier agricole, Adelaine Yodovic, plairait contre cette situation parce que plus de $7 millions cette liste qui a dépassé pour acheter les gyms et l'autre produits agricoles à notre pays. C'est pour raison que le gouvernement a commencé le programme 7 denrées pour encourager les farmers pour cultiver pour la place cette liste. Yodovic remarque que ces cultivateurs qui dépendent seulement à la saison la pluie et la saison soleil pour cultiver. Mais il n'y a pas une façon de garantissement pour délivrer produits les applis nécessaires.
Surtout la pluie, il y a un petit problème pour joindre qualité, qualité à besoin. Right?
etat ça c'est nous ka couiller pour pli.
Yon lot officier agricole qui branché et puis programme cette dawe qui m'a prophète dit que programme là jaka supporter les farmers et puis greenhouse et l'autre façon pour aider production et ça jaka montrer bon succès.
Parce qu'à présent il y a dans validation stage. Et puis nous jaka ouais farmer ka produit pli parce que yon.
D'accord.
So les validation là nous ka dit oui il y a un succès comment il a été nous trois pays succès et puis nous qui mener au Lyon pays.
Et nous avons un lot of sisters from Taiwan too. Puis Johnny Tayoka créé programme spécialiste. So l'année des gens qui là et puis nous l'année yon qui ni masters lié de marketing pour jouer une manière qui a aider nous et puis tout ce travail nous a fait marketing board et puis c'est l'autre si nous a advertise bagay si nous a fait bail quoi. So ici fort assez ça et là il y a lot monde qui là qui ni accordé monde ça il faut de production. So il a créé production specialist là. So you can travailler pour et puis nous les projets ça pour jouer un succès à nous avons parlé about là.
Puis pour pétrole, diesel, LPG, vendu avec 100 livres, j'ai chargé. Puis il y a des détails pour gasoline et kérosène pas chargé et ces changements en prix pétrole venir à opération depuis le 2 novembre 2020. Gasoline restait même prix, ça c'est $2 et 9 go dessous par litre et bien $12 et 6 go dessous par gallon. Puis kérosène pas changé non plus, ça c'est $1 et 12 go par litre et bien $5 et 7 go par gallon. Puis diesel haussé sorti $2 et 2 go par litre et bien $10 et 6 go dessous pour $10 et 6 go dessous par gallon. Cylindre 20 livres là, puis à descendre sorti $28 et 3 go dessous pour $27 et 3 go par cylindre. Cylindre 22 livres là, puis à descendre sorti $30 et 7 go dessous pour $30 et 3 go dessous par cylindre. Cylindre 100 livres là, puis à descendre sorti $166 et 2 go dessous, ça c'est 2 go dessous pour $163 et 8 go par cylindre. Et l'autre nouvelle à ce prix pétrole qui est venu, nous avons présenté ça à commencement décembre l'année ça là. Et c'est quoi ça nous avons fait là, messieurs, mesdames, je vais mettre votre temps pour regarder, je vais une invitation pour je puis moi considérer conserver la vie, je vais présenter l'autre nouvelle à quoi après ça, je vais présenter Jesse.
Merci Appeal Primus. Well, that brings us to the end of the NTN Nightly. Join us next time at 7 p.m. with a repeat at 7 a.m. You can also catch up with us anytime on the St. Lucia Government Facebook page or our YouTube channel. I'm Jessie Leon signing off for now, but do stay tuned for more NTN programming.